Hello friends, today I'm going to be going over some photos that I've taken in the past month. Now this video idea is something that I kind of just borrowed from another YouTuber. I'll leave their video in the description. I think their video is pretty good and it did inspire this one, so like it's only right to, credit it. Now some important things to mention: late February I got a new camera, the GFX 50R with a Mitakon 65, but at first I didn't have the Mitakon. I was first using a Helios, but I eventually got the Mitakon, and that was kind of just a setup that I've been using pretty much for the past month. It's a great camera. I love it. I'm going to be going over some photos that I took with it. So I'm actually going to cheat and start with a photo that I took in February, because I got the camera late February, like February 28th, 27th, somewhere around there. This was one of my photo walks that I do often. Not a crazy photo, just some lady waiting for the bus. I thought it was like a pretty nice scene. I like their outfit. I'm pretty sure I had a 6-star filter here, as you can see from whatever is happening there, and probably also a diffusion filter. Next photo. This is also February. These photos, I was doing a test photo shoot with one of my friends. I just posted on my story, hey, I want to test out the camera, who wants to help me? And Sully here responded first, so we met up on campus, went to like the 5th floor of one of the buildings because the sun was looking really nice, and I really like these photos. I like the editing I did on them. They're nice and warm. I think it makes their skin look really nice. Moving on, I'm pretty sure this was taken with the Mitakon. One thing I noticed immediately is the chromatic aberration on this lens. You can see here there's a lot of purple fringing. I've tried my best to try and remove it from the photos, but it's really difficult. Here we have a photo of a car. I just thought it was really cool the way it was parked. There's not really much to say about this photo. I just think it's a nice photo. And this one is more of a dynamic sea. There's a lot to look at. So I'll kind of just break it down. I saw this truck parked here. I saw the sign as well. I saw the trash can back here, and I thought that this was like a really cool little scene. There's some like rule of thirds action going on here. I like to leave a lot of negative space in my photos. So a lot of space that you're not really supposed to like focus that much on. I think it's a nice photo. It's nothing crazy. And here we have a more detailed shot of the truck that I wanted to take. I think this photo is pretty cool. It doesn't really take the whole truck, but that was kind of the plan. I don't want to take the whole truck. I also wanted this in the photo as well, this sign. And I really hate what the chromatic aberration has done to this. I think you can tell that I tried to correct it and it just wasn't really working that well. Overall, good photo. I don't really know what much else to say about it. Next up, we have a protest that I went to. The only thing I don't like about this photo is that I wish that I had backed up more. As you can see, the bottom of the flag is like right at the bottom of the photo, and then the top of the flag is like pretty much being cut off, which is slightly annoying. So I wish I kind of just had taken a few steps back. Otherwise, I think this is a great photo. The sunlight was shining quite nicely. Colors look really good. And we have another photo from the protest. I think this one's also really nice. I like the soft lighting in this photo. It was a little difficult to get this photo, but I think I got my focus quite right. Maybe not exactly right, but I think it's good enough. You can see my style has kind of changed a little bit. The photos aren't as like warm as they used to. There's actually a lot more detail in this photo, but that's because I think I didn't shoot this at like completely open wide, which is completely fine. That was kind of the plan too. I wanted to get a lot of the scene in focus. One thing that might be a little bit too much is the star filter here. I really like the star filter, but it can sometimes be a little bit too, I guess, like obvious or apparent. So like if the star streaks were just like a little bit smaller, to where it's just like it just accents the photo rather than like take over the photo, I think that'd be fine. But otherwise, I think this photo is really nice. Moving on, we've got this photo of a man. The only thing I don't like about this photo is that his skin might be a little bit too red. I tried to fix it. I kind of gave up. Otherwise, I think this is a great photo if you don't focus on his skin. Another thing I really like is the window here, the nice blue tint that it has, greenish, bluish, turquoise tint. I feel like it's a nice contrast to the rest of the photo because the rest of the photo is pretty warm. So it's like that orange and teal look, you know what I'm saying? Next up, we've got these photos that I took of this guy that if you live in Ottawa, you've probably seen him downtown. I saw him like at the traffic stop thing, just waiting to cross. I asked him if I could take his photo, and he said yes. I think it turned out great. I like the photos. I like the framing. I did surprisingly good job at framing him with the sign that he was holding. Here we have another photo of a street performer that if you live in Ottawa, you've probably seen him. Really cool photo. I don't know if I changed the color of his shirt because I feel like it was supposed to be red. Actually, no, because this is red and this remained red, so this has to be like an orange color. Oh, I also forgot to mention, you probably already know this, but a lot of my photos are in square format, except for the ones I took in February. Kind of what I've been experimenting with lately, because the GFX camera comes with many formats that you can shoot in, or just like aspect ratios that you can shoot in. My favorites are probably the square format, so the 1x1 and the 65x24, which is like the X-Pan. If I'm not shooting in 1x1 or 65x24, I'm either probably shooting in 5x4 because that's what I deliver my professional photos in, or just shooting in straight up 4x3, which is just the full sensor. Probably for the month of April, I'll be shooting more with the X-Pan crop just to see how it is. Okay, so the backstory behind these photos. The subject here, Elsa, was working project where they were taking photos of artists in Ottawa, but they were taking portraits inside of like their I guess like studios. I wanted to participate, but I don't have like a personal studio or anything. I'm usually not home very often, so I'm usually just all around downtown doing whatever. So her solution was just to take photos of me in the street or just like outside anywhere downtown. Anyways, I had my camera on me as well because I always have my camera on me, and I asked her if I could take photos of her as well, and she said yes, and these are how they turned out. I really like these photos. The lighting on this day was magnificent. I believe there's like a little bit of like a soft glow to the photos, even though I didn't use my diffusion filter. I think this one is probably one of my favorite ones because it's more of an environmental shot, which is something that I've been trying to branch out into, so like environmental portraits. Again, with the chromatic aberration, really annoying, but once again, what am I gonna do? Other than the chromatic aberration messing with the background, I think this is a great photo. And I really like the red gloves that she was wearing. It adds a really nice color contrast to the whole photo. We have this one. I really like this photo. I think the only thing I don't like is how bright this wall behind her is. Other than the really bright wall behind her, I think this photo is perfectly fine. And I believe this was the last photo I had for the shoot, where I did more of a close-up. It's very nice photo. I like the glow like happening on her skin. I think it's really nice. And on the sweater as well, and in the background. Again, with the red gloves adding a very nice color contrast to the whole photo. I think it's really cool. Moving on to the last photos of this batch, we have a photo shoot I did with one of my friends. Very fun photo shoot. I really like this photo specifically, especially because of the tree adding depth to the photo. I'm also not even done editing all of these photos, but I cannot wait to get to all of them. It's just I have some other stuff to edit first. Next up, I kind of cheated a little bit. I shot with the X-Pan crop instead of 1x1. I think this photo is really cool. The only thing I don't like, once again, is the chromatic aberration in the background. I just feel like it's so like glaringly obvious, which is really annoying, but honestly, I think it's fine. At the end of the day, the only person that's really going to notice it is me. Shooting in the X-Pan like crop, I didn't think I was going to get as much depth of field as I did, so that really did surprise me. So the effect is really cool with the X-Pan crop and the medium format type of depth of field that you get. This is the last photo of my March favorites. There's also a photo that I took where her necklace here is like shining and like reflecting off the sun, and the star filter does like a really cool effect on it. I have not edited that photo yet, but if I did, it definitely would have been on my favorites list. Alrighty, I believe that is all. Anyways, I don't really know how to outro this. Follow my socials. I will leave links to them in the description. Other than that, you know, the usual, like, subscribe, hit the bell button, and I haven't really posted in a while. I have some video ideas that I want to make or not. I will be getting back into the flow of things eventually, and you guys will be seeing more content. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. If you watched this far, you're amazing. Okay, that's it. Goodbye.